Question number 146. Normal inspiration in a person involves all except. So you have to find out the option which is not involved during normal inspiration. And we know that two types of muscles will help in normal inspiration, which are diaphragm and external intercostal muscles. As you can see in this figure, this is diaphragm and the external intercostal muscles are present between the ribs here. Now it is the contraction of the muscle fibers of this diaphragm which causes it to become flat and lower down, and this will lead to the increase in thoracic cavity in anterior posterior axis. On the other hand, the contraction of these external intercostal muscles lifts the sternum and ribs outwards and upwards, and this will lead to the increase in thoracic cavity in dorsoventral axis, that is forward and backward direction. So thoracic cavity increases in dorsoventral axis as well as in anterior posterior axis because of the contraction of external intercostal muscles and diaphragm respectively. Now let's proceed with our very first option. The very first option given is contraction of internal intercostal and abdominal muscles, and this is an incorrect option because the contraction of internal intercostal and abdominal muscles are involved in forceful expiration. And not in normal inspiration. So this is a correct answer to our question. Our second option given is increase in volume of thoracic chamber in dorsoventral axis by contraction of external intercostal muscles, and this is a correct option and is involved in normal inspiration. Our third option is increase in volume of thoracic chamber in antero-posterior axis by contraction of diaphragm, and this is a correct option because it is involved in normal inspiration. Our last option given is expenditure of ATP, and this is also involved during normal inspiration because normal inspiration is an active process. So the correct answer for this question is option number 1. Let's proceed to the next question. Question number 147. Find the incorrect match, and the very first option given is C-shaped cartilaginous rings and matched with trachea, bronchi and initial bronchioles, and is a correct match. The second option given is pharynx, and it is a common passage for food and air, and this is also a correct match. Our third option given is intercostal muscles. They participate in both inspiration and expiration, and this is a correct option because whether it is external intercostal muscles or internal intercostal muscles, these muscles are involved in inspiration or expiration. Our last option given is spirometer, and it helps in measuring residual volume during clinical assessment of lung function, and this is an incorrect option because with exceptions of FRC, functional residual capacity, residual volume, RV, and total lung capacity, TLC, except these three, respiratory volume or capacity, all other lung volumes and capacities can be measured with the help of spirometer. So the correct answer for this question is option number 4. Let's proceed to the next question. Question number 148. Stomach is mainly responsible for initial digestion of A and absorption of B. Select the option which correctly describes A and B in the given blanks respectively. The very first option given is carbohydrates and alcohol, and this is an incorrect option because carbohydrate splitting enzymes are absent in gastric juice. Carbohydrate splitting initiates in buccal cavity with the help of salivary amylase secreted from salivary glands. So this cannot be a correct answer to our question. Our second option is lipids and carbohydrates, and this is an incorrect option because stomach is not mainly involved in the initial digestion of lipids or in the absorption of carbohydrates. Our third option is proteins and alcohol, and this is a correct option and a correct answer to our question Because stomach is mainly responsible for the initial digestion of proteins with the help of enzyme renin and followed by the enzyme pepsin, and is the main and initial absorption site for alcohol. The last option given is alcohol and proteins, and this is an incorrect option because alcohol is not initially digested in stomach. It's being absorbed in stomach. So the correct answer for this question is option number 3. Let's proceed to the next question. Question number 149. Hydrolytic enzymes are absent in secretions of. And the correct answer to this question is option number 3, that is liver. Because liver is responsible for the secretion of bile, and bile has no enzymes. On the other hand, secretion of pancreas, stomach and small intestine, that is pancreatic juice, gastric juice and intestinal juice, they have hydrolytic enzymes. So these cannot be the correct answers. The correct answer for this question is option number 3. Let's proceed to the next question. Question number 150. Select the correct match between the hormone, the target organ and source. And the very first option given is CCK-PZ. The target organ for the CCK is gallbladder and pancreas. This is correct. And the source is small intestine. So this is the correct option and is the correct answer to our question. Our second option is GIP, that is gastric inhibitory peptide. And the target organ given is gastrointestinal tract. And this is incorrect because the target organ for GIP is stomach and not gastrointestinal tract. And the source given is pancreas, and this is also incorrect because the source is duodenum and not pancreas. So this cannot be a correct option. The third option given is gastrin, and the target organ given is liver and stomach. And this is incorrect because liver is not a target organ for gastrin, but it is the stomach which is the target organ for gastrin. And the source given for gastrin is duodenum, and this is also incorrect because the source for gastrin is stomach. So this is an incorrect option. Our last option given is secretin, and the target organ given are liver and gallbladder, and this is incorrect because the target for secretin are liver, pancreas and stomach. And the source given for secretin is duodenum, which is correct. The source for secretin is duodenum, but this is an incorrect option because the target organs are not liver and gallbladder. So the correct answer for this question is option number 1. Let's proceed to our next question.